second quarter. Bears football. They start out with a 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Williams. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up. Chicago brings out the punting unit. And this is the first time he's been called on today. And this one skips out of bounds and will be marked inside the 30. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. And he's continuing a great start to the season. You can see currently pacing the NFL in rushing yards. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Blitz coming here. Jackson connects with Bateman. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
At the 26-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Jackson. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. Jackson now on 3rd. Gets it downfield. On target to Flowers. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Flying down the middle with Henry. That is exactly why you rally to the football. He got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss. We'll pause here. There's someone injured after that play, and yeah, it's their tight end, Mark Andrews. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson hits his running back. He's brought to a stop after he found plenty of room to run. All set up now for 1st and 10.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven.
From the gun, a run for Henry. Gets to space right side. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 13-0 lead. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Ravens double their lead to 14. We'll pause here. There's someone injured after that play. And yeah, it's their tight end, Mark Andrews. Stout all set to send this one away. Here's Duvernay on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Bears about set for their next possession. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be brought down up the 28-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball. Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
The Ravens going to the dime package on this 3rd down. Throwing from the gun here. Buys time, rolling right. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
In real estate, Kate, it's location, location, location. In football, it's rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. And you don't get 3rd down conversions, you get no rhythm.
Fourth down, Williams. And they don't get the much they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. He'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts, a very minimal gain.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Ravens with a chance to boost their lead. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Pistol snap to Jackson. Took off with it again. And they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens boat racing them to the halftime locker room. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens stretch their lead to 21. Stout all set to send this one away. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Here come the Bears back out on offense. And they're still looking for their first signs of life on offense. Haven't even been able to get a first down off this defense just yet. Here's Swift to start the drive. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1. Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Here's Williams. The left side is hauled in by Loveland. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down throw by Williams. On it, and he nearly picked it. So couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's 2nd down. All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on 1st down. Throwing again on 2nd, Williams. Throw right side hauled in by Kmet. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Chicago first down.
And those are the completions they rely on in their passing game.
They're now set for a 1st and 10. Here's Williams again. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8. 2nd down. To the air yet again. Williams. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Williams to throw here. 3rd and 1. Has him on the quick hitter. We got the football caught, but not the first. That stopped just shy of the mark there. 4th down. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Well, you kind of understand this one, right? Would have been a long field goal in the rain, but instead of trying that, they're going to go for it. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Oh, try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
First down, here's Lamar. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. New set of downs for him from the 46. On first down, Jackson gets everything he has under this throw. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
He was covered by Kevin Byard.
Throwing again is Lamar. He'll set up the screen for Henry. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. Third and just 2 to go.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They send one of the tight ends in motion right. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. Here's Jordan Stouts coming on again to punt. And he's getting the call for the second time this game. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. Offense showing trips outright as they get set for this 1st and 10. Back to throw it. He set up the screen here to Swift. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. So we've reached halftime, Brock, in a lopsided. Not everyone's a fan of the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll keep our focus right here. Let's get back to football with the start of the second half. Stout all set to send this one away. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bears and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. And they haven't been shy about looking his way in the passing game, have they? You can see that so far this season, he's currently leading all running backs in receiving yards. First down, here's Swift. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Connecting with his back here, Swift. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it. The issues this offense has been having, well, they extend well beyond 3rd down today. You just look up that big goose egg on the scoreboard, but now time's not on their side either.
On 4th down, it's Williams. He's got it to his running back. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
And the Bears first down.
Again, it's Williams. It's intercepted. That's Kyle Hamilton. And the Ravens are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've got him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Offense to the line for second down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Finds him over the middle.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
And they bring him down around the 34. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Short pass brought in. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
This is Henry on second. was cut after a gain of about 2. Jalen Johnson with the stop. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Lamar now from the gun. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Get to Henry on the inside handoff. And he's stopped out at the 16 after a small gain. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd down. At the 16.
Sending the tight end in motion left. On 2nd down, here's Henry again. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
Well, they eschewed the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front. And they fired off the line knowing the run was coming. And boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
Jackson now on 3rd. He's running for it. Well, we get to about 9 on this one, and maybe a little momentum as well to consider going for it now on 4th down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 4th down and less than a yard.
Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless 3rd quarter for us. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over. Now a field goal try coming up by the Ravens. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Ben Johnson doing a last bit of coaching here as the Bears return to the field. The opportunity to win this game is, well, it's long gone, Brock. They're down to their last opportunities now to avoid the shutout as well. All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football. Williams throwing again here on 2nd down. He's trying another one deep. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
He was covered by Hillier and Bender.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. And finds Kmet downfield. And he's downed after getting us up to the 41. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
There has been a constant for tight ends through the decades, from Kellen Winslow to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. When you are big and you've got length and use your body against those defenders, even double coverage can't stop you.
Williams to throw on 1st. Trying for the deep ball. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football. 2nd and 10 now. Williams. He's looking deep once again. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. As soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
He's trying to go deep again. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. Could not beat the defender. defender there. So that brings up 4th and long. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Desperation time here on 4th. He's loaded another one up. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears making the scoreboard look a touch better. Defense had a chance to scheme it up, now lined up to defend this try. Here's Williams again. And he's in for 2, so don't write him off just yet. I know the chances are slim, but still a small one in this 2-possession game. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here's Carter on the return. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And we can just point to that last drive, right? Saw them pick up a couple of 3rd downs on their way to that field goal. Not quite the touchdown they wanted, but still able to add some more to their lead.
Yeah, and we know how hard it is, Kate, to sustain drives in the NFL. It means doing what they did. Convert on that money down. Yeah, 3 points, but you love the execution on 3rd down especially.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Toss now to Henry. He's caught just as he crossed the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up a yard. It's going to be 2nd down.
The tackle made by Kevin Byard. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd down.
Another run for Henry. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
He was taken down.
Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. They'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to stay worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. Running down the left side.
The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
His counterpart on the Ravens sideline, John Harbaugh. His guys coming off their byes, so they should be fresh and ready to get after it.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they're hitting their stride of late, winners of 3 of their last 4. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule.
They run the option on second down. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and win. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
15 yards. That's good for a Baltimore Raven.
Jackson now off the bootleg. Pressure, and he's taken down. The Bears sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Sets up a third down and 18.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down.
Brings up fourth down.
Here's Jackson to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
That's another Baltimore first down.
A first down carry for Henry. And only able to get two here. Stopped at the 30.
You look at this Bears defense.
Currently number one in the NFL against the run.
And I know, just like me, you're fired up about this one because this is the irresistible object and the immovable force. They're going head-to-head, number one versus number one. I've talked about that running backs renaissance for a while. Can they slow these guys down? Where's my helmet? I want to play.
Jeez, you are fired up. Something's got to give.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
On for the Ravens field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got it. And the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Throwing is Williams.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Here's Williams. To the right side and intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 5-yard line.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Play action. It's Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are able to widen their advantage. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Bears offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. And he's made his presence felt in the passing game throughout the season. You look at the NFL's leader in receiving yards by a running back. His name right there at the top. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
Swift going to try up the middle. And this will be a Bears first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. The Bears at 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 37-yard line.
To throw, it's Williams. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll go. Here's Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And the Bears first down.
To throw once more, here's Williams. That quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. To the air, Williams. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Bears.
To throw, Williams. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Williams going to look to throw again. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Looking to throw is Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. From the gun, here's Williams. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Throwing again here, Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half. And we'll see how much they want to push things, leading already here 10-3. Throwing is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll make it 2nd down. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. Powering his way forward. Still on his feet. He's on his way. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Point after, right down the middle. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hanson. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Not quite enough for the first, almost. Give him 9 instead, so that leaves him with an enviable second and inches.
At the 32-yard line.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And this will be a Bears first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And some room to work. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That good for 22 and a first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Williams eluding the pressure right. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Back to the running game with Swift. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
1st and goal, Chicago.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Working out of the gun, Williams. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Rome Odunze, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bears are back within a score. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And now the Ravens get it. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way into the end zone, and it's 2 points. Now you figure with a veteran kicker out there, these extra points almost automatic, but this one turns into 2 points the other way.
And we both know it's hard to put it on him. I think there's a breakdown in the protection, but guess what? It does go against his record.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Ravens offense and Derrick Henry set to take over once more. And he's run well here the first half of the season, no doubt. You can see the graphic. NFL leader in rushing coming into the weekend. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Jackson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to be dumped there, but he does have a first down.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. Off the option, here's Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 88 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Jackson now. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews with his second TD of the game, his sixth on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a three-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And this will be a Bears first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the...
Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. And he's got some space here. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. On his loop for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. That's taken in by Duvernay. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Williams. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Williams. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll go play action here with Williams.
Flushed out right. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
To throw, it's Williams.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw forward with Williams.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
They'll go. Here's Williams.
A hit as he throws.